Okay, so welcome back to chemistry with Mr. G's lab. So we're balancing chemical equations. And balancing chemical equations seems hard, but they're actually pretty easy. So I'm going to rewrite this. We have 2, which is our coefficient, H2, which is our chemical compound, plus O2. There's a hidden 1 coefficient in front. And then yields 2H2O. And we can tell whether or not this is balanced. It's supposed to be a plus sign. We can tell whether this is balanced by basically putting our 2 elements below the arrow. O, we have 2 oxygens, 1 times 2. And we have 2 hydrogens. We have 2 H2s. So 2 times 2 is 4. And on the left side is the reactants. And on the right side are the products. And we have 2 times 2 is 4. We have 4 hydrogens on the product side. And there's the little hidden one, which isn't written, but it helps figure out where the elements are. 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 2 oxygens on both sides. We have 4 hydrogens on both sides. So we're going to work on 2. We're going to work on 3, and then we're going to work on 7. So 3 is going to be HgO plus, yields Hg plus O2. So if you put this underneath the yield sign, put the elements, we have Hg underneath the yield sign and O underneath the yield sign. We make our little grid. We have, remember there's hidden ones. They're not listed, but if they aren't, we're going to just put them in. So we have 1 mercury on the reactant side. The reactants are on the left side. And then on the right side are the products. So we have 1 mercury and 1 oxygen on the reactant side, and then what's made on the product side would be 1 mercury and 2 oxygens. So we have to change this oxygen. The only way we can do that is by putting a coefficient, a prefix in. So we're going to have 2 times 1 is 2, and for our oxygens, and 2 times, so our oxygens are balanced, 2 times 1 for the mercury, that gives us 2 mercuries, but we need to have mercuries balanced. So you want to leave the individual elements until last. Put a 2 in front. 2 times 1 is 2. So that one is fairly easy. Number 7 seems hard, but it's almost as easy. So we have KBr plus PB NO3 2. And then that yields KNO3. That's KNO3 plus PB lead bromide 2. So we list the elements. So we have K, we have Br, we have PB. Now, you can make things difficult on yourselves by listing the N separately and the O separately, or since there's an NO3 on the left-hand side and an NO3 on the right-hand side, then we can pretend that the NO3 is an element for the purposes of our balancing. And so we have 1K on the reactant side, 1K on the product side, 1 bromide on the reactant side, 2 bromides on the product side, 1 PB on the reactant side, and 1 PB on the product side, 2 NO3s on the reactant side, and 1, there's no parentheses, we can put a 1 there, so there's 1 NO3 on the product side. Now, you want to leave the simple ones for last, the simple compounds, the simple elements for last, and you want to basically try to balance the most complex. What looks like the most complex to me would be the NO3s. So I'm going to try to balance those. So I'm going to put 2 in front of the NO3. So now I have 2 potassiums, 2 Ks, and 2 nitrates. And that gives me, and then, so now my nitrates are balanced, my leads are balanced, but my potassiums and my bromides are not balanced. And hey, they need increasing on the reactant side. So what a number times 1 to get me to 2 would be 2. So I'm going to put 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2 potassiums, and 2 times 1 bromide is 2 bromides. And let's see. So I have same number of potassiums on both sides, same number of bromides on both sides, same number of nitrates on both sides, and same number of leads, the PBs, on both sides. And so our chemical formula is balanced. So we would put that's it. Now, you can put a 1 in front. You do not have to. If you leave it blank for your answer, I'll mark it right. If you put a 1 in there, I'll also mark it right. As always, if you need help, please email me or call me. You can also text me. For those of you who are not in my class right now, please leave me a comment below and I will answer as quickly as I possibly can. Y'all have a fantastic day, and we're out of here. Peace.